Good morning, Soul Embodiment Tribe. Bridget Patton here with Soul Massages. Just dropping a little video here about past trauma and whether or not it is keeping you from creating the world that you want to be living in. So the first thing I kind of want to touch on is everybody has past trauma in their body. Trauma is stored inside of our cellular structure as a defense mechanism for our body to be able to respond to situations and experiences in the future. So if you think that you are not storing past trauma in your body somewhere, then that is the first thing that I kind of want to talk about. Everybody has past trauma stored in their body somewhere. And even for me, even where I'm at, things come up, triggers, sensations in my body that need to be transmuted. So what does that even mean? What am I talking about? So energy vibrations that create emotions inside of our body when we have an experience, that's the imprint that allows us to be able to choose differently in the future. But what ends up happening is a lot of the time we replay that loop over and over again. And what happens is we get into what I call the danger zone. Actually, I'm not the only one that calls it the danger zone, but this, for the sake of this video, this is what I'm going to kind of be talking about. So we have people that are on a vibrational scale. I'm just going to keep it simple from a scale of 1 to 10. We have people that are actively participating in their reality, and those we can consider in the group of 7 to 10. Those are people that are actively moving forward. They're doing things to reprogram themselves. They're investing in themselves so that they can have that support system necessary to evolve. They are putting energy into a shared consciousness so that the shift can happen inside of them at a steady pace, so that they're really bringing that passion into their life in every way. They're making the choices to surround themselves with people that will lift them up and vibrations that will help them shift their perspective. Then we have the people that are maybe in the 1 to 3 zone. And the 1 to 3 zone are people that are just so sick and tired of being sick and tired and having these patterns that they're going to take action. They know there's no other choice left. They need to take action today and right now. And those people are doing something about it. And those are the two ends of the spectrum that have the most amount of contrast. Then there's people that fall into the middle zone, and those people are, maybe the 4 to 6s. Those people are getting along just fine. They're bumping along in in their reality, and they have a roof over their head. They have a paycheck, but maybe they're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe they have people in their lives, but they are not feeling that deep connection. Maybe they are surrounded by people that are just pretty much taking up space in their reality, and they don't even understand them. But what's happened is a pattern has gotten created. It's sort of like a rut. And because of all of the past trauma that we've been through, we get into a place of fear that keeps us from taking action. We figure if things aren't so bad that are, that we are able to function and get up in the morning and still go to work, that's life. And that it's okay to just kind of be in that space because at least, you're not so sick that you can't get out of bed in the morning. But I'm here to tell you that it doesn't have to be that way. And actually, we are not living our divine purpose if we are not allowing the abundance of spirit to flow through our body in every moment. And what I'm talking about is source energy. Source energy can only occupy your body if you're at the highest vibration possible. If you are not at the highest vibration possible that's available to you, your soul cannot occupy your body. It cannot communicate the messages that you need to hear so that you can make those shifts into the 7 to 10 stage. And I'm telling you right now, the people that are into the 1 to 3s are sometimes in a better position because at least they have recognized where they're at. At least they've recognized that they need to make a big change. So if you're in the 4 to 6 stage, I'm telling you that it may seem like everything is going along okay right now, but something comes along to provide us with that contrast, because two things cannot exist in one space at the same time. So you're either going to have a tremendous amount of passion with this shift in consciousness, and you're going to be assisting with this shift that's happening, and you're going to really live your soul purpose, or you're going to fall into a place that's going to show you so much contrast that you have to do something about it. And some of you in here are in that place. Some of you in here have gotten to the place where you just don't want to do it the way that you've been doing it anymore, so you're making tremendous changes. Maybe you've left a relationship. Maybe you've left a job and you've shifted that kind of pattern in your life. So know that you are doing things that are going to change the ripple effect of the vibrations that you're sending out into the world. If you want to take it to the next level and you want to understand how to consciously program your reality, that's how I can help. That's why I do these videos, so you guys can understand the language, so you can understand what we're going into and what it is that we're creating. We're learning how to take those emotions and those experiences and reprogram them inside of your body. That is the most powerful thing that you can learn to do here on the planet. That right there is what allows you to flow spirit through you. You open up your channels of energy, and every single cell in your body, this is what's the most exciting thing about this. Every single cell in your body can hold the highest vibration you can imagine. And so if you can sit here and you can daydream about what joy feels like, or what abundance feels like, that's what is available to you in your cellular structure. However, if anxiety or anger or any other emotion that is preventing you from receiving that vibration is stored inside of you, you're not going to be able to live your fullest expression of source. You're not going to be able to attract all of the things that you are desiring. And that's another layer that I want to talk about. When we have trauma inside of our body, sometimes that prevents us from even believing. And believing starts in the head. The knowing, remember, moves into your body. It prevents us from believing that we even deserve to have these things. We have belief systems inside of us from ancient times that are preventing us from living the fullest expression of God consciousness here on the planet. So if you can imagine what would happen if you moved all of that energy out of your body to make room for source, what kind of power would you have to create a reality that humanity will benefit from? It's not just you who benefits from the shifts that happen in your life. It's all of humanity. We are all connected. When you make the tiniest shift, it has a huge impact. Look at a lake or a cup of water. Let's just go smaller. Look at a cup of water. Take a drop and drop it into the cup. What happens? A ripple effect happens. That's the same thing when you change an energy vibration inside of your body, when one cell of your body is shifted. So imagine what happens when your perspective changes. That's a whole new pattern that's created inside of your mind. And that is the most impactful thing that you can do for humanity. And what happens is, as human beings, we think that taking action, physical action, is what makes the biggest impact. But it's really our vibration, our intention, and our perspective around the experiences that we're having here. So one thing that I notice is that we like to hold on to our old stories. And it's something that we do naturally because it's what allows us to have a frame of reference here in the physical world. But we accidentally keep attracting some of those same things over and over again because of that past trauma. So we get out of one situation only to get back into another one. And it isn't intentional. We're not doing it on purpose. Of course, we don't want to go back into those situations again. But until we understand how to interpret what's happening to us, get the message and the wisdom from it on a higher level, and be able to transmute those experiences so that you can see it from a God consciousness perspective, we're going to keep getting those patterns over and over again, because that is what teaches us how to understand these energy vibrations. So we keep attracting it. We keep pulling it in from multiple different perspectives in multiple situations. And sometimes it continues to feel like trauma. It continues to feel uncomfortable. And what that is doing is it's giving us that contrast so we can choose differently in the future. And if we don't know how to choose differently, or we don't realize what the higher message is, we're just going to keep getting back into that loop. And it may not be today or tomorrow or next year or the year after, but it will absolutely come back up. Something may overpower that situation where you end up, connecting with a different emotion that you have to overcome. But that pattern is going to come back unless you learn how to reprogram it. So I just kind of wanted to touch on this morning because trauma really is something that we carry around inside of us, and it isn't to keep us suppressed. It isn't in there, so that we don't forget. That's not what it's there for. We don't have to carry that around with us. The God consciousness energy stores that. Good morning, Denise. The God consciousness energy stores that information for all of humanity's time, for all of life's time. We have access to tap into that. And I'm not going to get into that in this video. It's something that I go deeper into in my Crack the Safe course. But for now, I just want to remind each and every one of you that those contrasted energies come up to show you what's possible and what we're here to transmute and what we're here to release. And everybody watching this video and everybody in this group came here to heal and transmute and move out different expressions of energy on the planet. So I'm going to say that in a different way. We all have life experiences, lifetimes of experiences, not just from this world, but from multiple worlds and multiple universes. And when we came here in this body, it was because our energy and the way that we have experienced our lives before this lifetime gave us the tools to break free from these patterns. We have the power and the ability to do it. We have the understanding to do it. Some of you have already moved through those situations, and that's how you ended up here in this group. And then others of you are taking that to the next level, and you are becoming master alchemists. Master alchemists take this spiritual realm and those emotions and those sensations and repattern them into the current world. And that is the most powerful thing that you can do. You're taking the energy, vibration, and the essence of a trauma, and you're moving it into God consciousness because of your understanding, your processing system. And this processing system up here is it's going to either empower you or it's going to debilitate you. And that's what I'm here to help you guys do. I'm here to help you guys rewire that processing system so that you can have and hold higher vibrations. I hope you guys all have a beautiful weekend and that you can kind of feel this out, feel inside your body, and see how this message resonates with you. If you want to reach out to me, send me a PM and we can have a chat. I do complimentary synergy sessions so we can kind of go a little bit deeper into this and see how I can help serve you. Have a beautiful weekend. Mwah. I love you guys and enjoy this beautiful day. And I'll see you in the next video.